Love City Arts podcast. I'm Andre in the Flow. I wanted to create a space where artists could come together and encourage all of humanity through the arts. So welcome to that space. For more information, to follow my journey and the journey of all of our artists, visit andreintheflow.com and lovecityarts.org. Please enjoy today's episode, and thanks for listening.
Grasso is a versatile musician born in Napoli, Italy. Although approaching music very young, he officially started training as a singer at the age of 15. At 16, he was already playing as a professional singer in Italy, touring the country thoroughly with local bands such as Big Ben Shout, the Blue Flames Trio, also as a bassist, Easy Stitch Orchestra, Rough Cane Sugar, and more. In 2013, he obtained a national diploma at the Music Academy of Bologna. In 2014, a Bachelor's of Arts with honors in contemporary music at Essex University of Luton, UK. And in May 2017, a master's degree in jazz performance at Queen's College of New York. Jazz is a fundamental part of his evolution as a singer, and his love for that form of music also gives him a deeper understanding of songwriting, another of his main activities. After moving to New York in 2015, he also started focusing on teaching and passing along his experience to others. He deeply believes in the importance of learning through movement and the fact that every human being is an able musical machine that has to be directed on the right path to develop the skills needed to make music. Join me now in my conversation with Robin Grasso as we discuss his beginnings in jazz music, George Clinton and the mathematics of love, inspiration, and so much more.
Hi there, everybody, and welcome to the Love City Arts podcast. I'm Andre in the Flow, and today's artist is Robin Grasso. He's a singer, songwriter, musician, and teacher based in New York City, and I'm so glad to have him on the show. Hi there, Robin.
Hello, everyone.
So glad to have you. Thanks for being here.
Of course, I'm very happy to be part of it.
So tell me a little bit about yourself and your artistry based out of New York.
Yeah, I started my musical studies when I was kind of young, but not too young. But I always loved music, and when I had the chance to move to New York, I just took it, and now here I am. I write songs. Most of what I do is being a singer songwriter. Then of course on the side I teach. I work in the music industry as much as I can, trying to be in the flow in the music as much as I can. And then and I just released my first EP, so that's the first real goal that I had that I managed to succeed on.
What is your EP called?
It's called First Day, and it's of course a title that it's self-explanatory because it's the first EP. It was released on the first day of 2018, so it's like a new beginning. Something that I've been working on for a long time actually, but I wanted it to be not really somewhere where I would stop, but it would be like the first step of a growth that would just keep going,
I love that. I love that. Speaking of new beginnings, you said that, are you fairly new to New York City?
Fairly, yes. I've been living here for 2 years now, so it takes a while to get used to the craziness and also greatness of this city, and so now I'm starting to feel at home, of course. But yeah, it's kind of fresh.
What was it like when you first got here? And I know when I got here about 5 years ago, it was like information and sensory overload. Like,
Yes. Oh my God, I totally feel that. Yeah, it was kind of crazy. I have to say I was lucky because I came here with a specific goal. That was I did my master degree at Queen's College, so in jazz performing. So that helped to focus on something and not get lost in the infinite amount of stimuli that were arriving from everywhere. So that definitely helped. Also, with the fact to get immediately to the center of the topic here, speaking about love, I came here that I really didn't know anybody. I didn't have any family. I don't have any family in the States, and didn't really know any friends. There was just a friend of mine that was supposed to be here, but ironically, this friend was also a singer, and she told me about Queen's College. She basically introduced me to New York, gave me the idea, but then she did not got in the college, and I did. So
she introduced you to the school and said, "Come on over here," and then
yeah. Yeah, basically, yeah, that is what happened. Because yeah, she was a little bit unlucky, I have to say. Now she's okay, like she's super happy, and she's living in Rome, and she's doing a lot of stuff. She's releasing actually her first album very soon, so I'm very happy for her. But the irony was that she was here in New York much, before that I was even thinking of getting the master or anything like that, or moving here. And then I moved in, and she didn't get the visa, so she could not come back.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, that's a little bit of the story of how I got here. But then, as I was saying, the fact of being enrolled in Queen's College really helps with that, because when you are with a lot of other international students, then you can understand each other, you can create a community, and I have to say I'm very grateful to the Queen's College community for accepting me. I feel part of that now.
That's amazing. Tell me how. Where'd you say you were from again?
I'm from Italy, from
Italy.
Napoli.
So tell me how baby Robin in Italy falls in love with jazz, and that connects all of these dots to get you to New York City. Like, what was baby Robin musically like?
Okay, so it's a little bit of a fun story. I had a brother. My brother was also a musician, and so he basically introduced me to music in general. And when I was telling you before, I didn't really start studying singing or any musical training until I was 16 years old, so fairly older. But when I was 4 or 5 or 6, I was already kind of singing with my brother. So that has been my approach to music, and that is what I still like, the spontaneousness of just being with friends and just making music, making art. That is what I really feel is the most important thing. So just when I was little, I started like that, and then slowly growing up, one of my things was always like to create, write funny songs or just simple, melodies. I remember one of my, greatest memories with my brothers actually singing together. He would play the guitar and I would sing about, what I was playing that day with. Like if I had, a toy like a lion, then I would make a song about that lion, having adventures, or something like that. And so just from those silly songs, I then got into jazz just really by chance. When I think, I have to be honest, in my household, never really listened to music that was not like American music, basically like American pop and also British pop or stuff like that. So jazz was, of course, part of that, heritage that I had from my parents and from my brother in particular. And so, yeah, I just got into jazz really by chance. Maybe I think probably the first jazz artist that maybe is not now really my favorite anymore, but still I owe him, the fact that he introduced me to this word is Michael Bublé. Probably he is the guy.
Who's that again?
Michael Bublé.
Michael Bublé introduced you to jazz.
Yeah. Because like the way that he would sing those standards, those songs.
I see.
Actually, I shouldn't say he introduced me to jazz. I should say he introduced me to the Great American Songbook that then introduced me to Frank Sinatra and Mel Torme and all those singers that then I started to listen to more. Because that is probably the path that I took.
I love it. What is your favorite thing about jazz? Like, what does jazz do for you? Because you're working in it and you sing it, and I've heard you sing it so passionately. Like, what is it about jazz that you love so much?
Well, definitely the chance, the possibility to express yourself in as many ways as possible. The fact that jazz is, what I feel about the form of art that is jazz is that it is at the same time the top of the class, the best that you can point to when you're studying, when you're focusing on developing a skill. If everybody, if you want to be a greater musician, you always say, I should, you go to a university and what you study either classical music, of course, or you study jazz, contemporary music. So is that, and at the same time though, it's the closest to the freedom of maybe not necessarily being super technical, super skilled, super perfect in what you're doing, but it has still the truth of just being spontaneous. So that's of course the improvisation, that part. But so it unites the need for very good skills with you cannot really lose the thread of the word that is the soul, basically the inside. You can't be just skills. You can't be just the best singer in the world or musician in the world to be a great jazz musician. You also have to have something to say.
What is it that you're saying through your music?
Well, I always try to. I start from something that happens, from an idea, from something that comes to mind, even the most simple things, and then I have to admit, in my writing, I always try to then give more than one interpretation to what am I writing, because I like the fact, to say something that I think, but I also like to leave the song open to another interpretation that maybe a listener would be more compelled with or would be more interested in. So it really depends. Of course, love, it's always like love stories and deep emotions are always the things where we start. They give us the little push to begin writing a new song, maybe.
Yeah, I love the idea of you leaving space in your music for it to breathe and for the listener to be able to find their space in it or find their place in it.
Yeah. That I can make you a little bit of an example about that. For example, in my last EP, that was also my first. There is a song.
I love it. First and last EP. Well, not last, but the most current.
Not last for now. The current. And so I would say there is a song that is called Paradox. And in that specific song, how it started, that actually is a song that I wrote with a very good friend of mine. Who's called Alessandro Fadini. He's another Italian pianist. And the original title for that song was Fermi Paradox, which I don't know if you're familiar with. I'm really also, amongst other things, I'm a real sci-fi guy. I really like, space and wondering about, what is there in other planets and stuff like that. And so there is this Italian physicist that is called astrophysicist that is called Fermi, and this guy theorized this paradox that in which he basically says there are so many possibilities, so many planets that might have alien life. So if there are so many planets, how come we don't have any proof of that? Because nowadays, unless you believe that the government is hiding it from us, of course. But if the government is not, which I really don't believe it would have the power to, where is all the alien life? Where is it? How come we haven't encountered any until now? And so this idea, sparkled in the mind of Alessandro, my friend, and he wrote this melody. Then I put lyrics on it, of course, thinking of that. But when it came the time to put out the EP, I really felt I wanted to change the title to, instead of being Fermi Paradox, just being Paradox. Because, of course, that is one paradox, but I wanted to leave the interpretation open to the listener. Maybe I was thinking of, in the song, in one of the lyrics, some of the lyrics say, answer my call. Is your airplane mode on? So, why aren't you answering my call? Like when you put your airplane mode, on your
Wait. Your lyric is answer my call. Why is your airplane mode on?
Yes.
Holy moly. Okay.
Answer my call, and then the reply is your airplane mode on. I don't know. It's the paradox. It's the paradox.
Golden is a star or a planet far, silent in the dark, watches listening, never talks. Answer my call. Is your airplane mode on? Here I am, stranded. I could use a little company. Answer my call. Is your airplane mode on? Multiple multiverses in a chorus of loneliness.
It was a nice idea.
It's a paradox. It's a paradox.
Yeah. It's a paradox, exactly.
Wait. I have to stop there because that I don't know why that hit me like a bolt of lightning. What are you trying to say there? Are you saying that that you're being ignored? Are you what are you speaking to when you say answer my call?
Yeah, that is just the freedom of interpretation. I don't know. I was thinking of, in that particular moment, I think I was thinking of aliens, right? I was thinking of why aren't the aliens, answering us? And ironically, of course, not figuratively, but just ironically saying, hey, why aren't you answering? Is your airplane mode on, out there in the space and stuff like that? But then you can translate that in our world, and it happens many times. I don't know, somebody that you love ghosts you out, or something more down to earth. That is exactly what I was trying to tell you. My idea of leaving the interpretation open to the listener. So
wow, so it could be aliens or an ex-boyfriend. Like,
Yeah.
like your
Yeah, it could
your
be
music
that
crosses
wide.
across the universe. It knows no bounds. Like I'm either out in a field under an open sky talking to aliens, or I'm literally looking at my cell phone.
Literally, exactly. I'm sorry if that is disappointing. But
No. I mean, I'm inspired by this. There's so much space, and I feel like
yeah.
that allows, like you're
Mhm.
saying, the sci-fi geek. I'm also a sci-fi
Yeah.
geek, so it allows the
Oh,
geek
really?
to like,
Okay.
to completely. I'm into more of those like robot shows, and like, have you seen Black Mirror?
Uh-huh. Oh, man, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
all of that type of stuff, that kind of very surreal yet realism,
Yeah.
and
Exactly.
yeah, what if there is a parallel universe where, you know, alien Andre is talking to alien Robin, and but in a
Right.
completely different language, and you know, I can dig it. I
Yeah.
can dig it.
Oh, no. I do. It's exactly the same.
So it
Yeah.
sounds like,
So
okay, go ahead.
no. That exactly. I was just want to sum up. That's exactly the point.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like that you put a lot of thought and love into your art, and I can feel through the line your
Mhm.
enthusiasm about
Mhm.
allowing these ideas to kind of come out of the brain of of your co-composer and you. What is it
Uh-huh.
like when that spark hits you? When you're like, I hear this melody. Let's talk about aliens. What does that look like?
Well, it really depends. I have, yeah, maybe I am in my writing. I am always it's always a union of that spark that you were talking about, that like moment that hits you and you know that is gonna be your next song, whatever it is, and then a lot of hours spent to take that spark and make it into a fire, like to really build around it. So most of the times, the moment that that spark happens, I'm just doing something else probably, or yeah, or either maybe playing, just shredding, or just playing the piano. Just I play a little bit of piano, just to compose, of course.
Uh-huh.
And so that might be the moment. Or maybe you are in the subway and just an idea comes to mind and say, oh well, I really should write a song about that. And then, of course, I mean, this is something that a lot of friends who compose music told me, and we always agree on that. So you have hundreds of ideas probably, but then the ones that you really decide to work on are the ones that are gonna work. So you have to put, exactly as you were saying, you have to put a lot of love in it, like a lot of passion in that, because that spark is also not gonna be enough. It's everything, but it's also not enough.
I love it. The union, you said the union of a spark, and I'm going to say the union of an artistic spark. I mean, that's where it all
Mm-hmm.
begins. What
Right.
inspires you? Is it the L train, the G train, the A train? Like,
Well, usually, I don't know. I guess the art train, which is what I
well,
take every day.
the R train is the one that really gets you going.
I guess I don't know. No, but most of all, I think the New York and this is, we go back to the fact, talking about the city in general and my hometown, Napoli. I really think there are two very artistic cities where it's hard to survive in because, of course, you have, as you were saying before, you have to you have a very fast pace and you can never stop, and at the same time, you I don't know. There is this something, this magic, this, I don't know even how to describe it, that just makes you feel something. I mean, it can just be maybe like a construct that I'm making up, but I just think, I really believe that the cities where where people are making a lot of art, then that energy just flows around the city, just makes everyone more connected, and that's what sparks, that's what makes that spark, that's what inspires me most of the time. So definitely people, just definitely like people that I see, even on the subway. Of course, you meet a lot of people. You have a lot of exchanges with strangers, and or maybe people
when
that
they're in your
know.
armpit on the R train.
Okay, maybe that is not gonna make an awesome real song about aliens, but who knows? Maybe why not?
Something
But
tells me
yeah.
that you have it in you to write that song, though.
Well, yeah, it's true. It's I don't know. Um it's just I really wouldn't know how to answer the question, how, like, what exactly gives you like that like tells you that you have that in you. I don't know. I think it's a union of wanting to do it, and having the dream of doing it. Of course, I really, what I don't believe, I really, there is like this concept that I felt around me for a lot of my childhood, where there's this idea that many people have, that either it's a blessing from God, basically, if you have it or not. Like, if you
Mm.
can be the blessed one or you cannot be the blessed one. I don't believe that, even though I believe in God. But I don't believe that God, just decides, okay, you're gonna be the next composer, the next Michael Jackson. You're gonna be the next guy who doesn't know how to write anything. I just believe that maybe somebody has an easier path because, for example, you come from a family of musicians. I don't know, and then of course, it's easier for you. But at the same time, wherever you're coming from, if you really love that, and so you really do what you love, then you're gonna be great. You can be much greater than you can be the next Michael Jackson or the next Quincy Jones, or I don't know.
So what I'm hearing you saying is that when the angel of blessing is going through the Napoli streets or going through my Brooklyn street, they're not like passing over certain houses and hitting only like 2 houses per block. Like, it's available to everybody.
Exactly. That is exactly what I believe. And that misconcept of this angel that just comes and blesses your house, I just think that would not be fair. And I think that God is fair. So I
Mm.
mean, in one way or another, I mean, we are empowered with the with the possibility of just making our life most of the times easy. Maybe as I told you before, maybe for somebody it's easier, for somebody else it's much harder. Of course, that is like the difference, and the fact that makes us humans in the world. But yeah, I really believe that that angel you were talking about is just saying to everyone, do what you love, and then you can be really good at that if you really like it.
Well, this would be the moment. I was raised in church, and so this would be the moment where I would yell "Hallelujah!" That, that
Okay.
that is the best. That is very, very good news, and I hope that our listeners really, really hear that today. That, like, it's not, you know. I read from a book called The Course in Miracles. It's one of my woo-woo books that I have on the shelf.
Hmm.
And it just talks about how the children of God, like, none of the children of God are special, and all the children of God are special, meaning that, like, no one's special in that, what you're saying, like, the blessings of God are, like,
Hmm. Hmm.
for everybody. But then you're also special in that you have that blessing, right? And so
Definitely, definitely,
we got to hold that. Wow. So yeah, hallelujah.
definitely.
Um,
Yes.
what do you think propels your, this is a Love City Arts podcast, so we have to talk about love. What do you think propels your love?
I've been very lucky, I think, with with the fact of meeting many people that help me every day, of having, for example, having a very propelling that's a very good word, family, for even for my artistic career. And definitely my mom is the first person. I mean, it might seem silly, but it really is, like someone that really, I think for everyone, that's true for everyone. Your mom really teaches you how to love in the first place. And then in general, I really think that are small things that people do every day, like just share a smile and share something nice, and that is really what makes me, what propels my love, what makes me keep going. Because as we were saying, sometimes it gets hard, but you have to just be looking for those little moments and take them in.
Has there ever been a time in your life where you didn't feel the love? Like, I mean, I'm in this space now where I see love in the these brittle trees outside in this winter of New York, and I see God in the sunshine. I see Him in my and for me, God is love. Love is God. And for those of you who are listening that have like an aversion to the word God, I just consider that to be love or all that is. And so I see this amazing presence in my scarf and in my yogurt and in my applesauce, like,
No,
So,
I know what you mean.
But has there been a time when you didn't feel it?
So, yes, it would take maybe too much time to go really in depth of this. But I mean, I haven't, as I was saying before, I really feel lucky for what I have, of course. At the same time, it's not really been super easy. Like when I was little, I had the lack of luck that unfortunately my brother, who was the one that I was telling you, we were playing together and doing like that. He passed away when I was like 2008. So 10 years ago now.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
No, don't worry. I like to speak about him because he really gave me a lot. And then there are those things that make you, just, of course, feel sad and just doubt about a lot of things. And so I guess, there has been, I of course was little. I was 16 at the time. So I just didn't really know, what to think about it, and I still had, like, I remember, clearly that music has always been, my the thing that made me feel loved most, because in general, I think this is something everybody can relate to. Either you are a musician or you're just a listener or somebody that really just listens to music once in a while. When you listen to that song that you really like, you really, I don't know, just feel joyful, just feel better, just feel something great. And so I still, even though when I was doing music, maybe I would have those moments that would make me feel very good. Of course, at the same time, I was very doubtful about everything else. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. And then, again, with the help of my family, with the help of friends, I got, of course, all of us got over that, and realized everything you have to realize, that of course he keeps being here, and I still feel my brother in his music as a musician. I told you he was a musician, so it's still part of my life, in the things that he taught me and things that he in how he made me grow. And so that's how I evolved, and I really think I became someone. I grew up, actually. Yeah, that's the word. So, but yeah, of course, there are in everybody's life. Everybody has his own, darker moments, and yeah, you just have to do what. Maybe listen to some music sometimes. Even just that might help.
I was going to ask you because I also am healed by music, and I have several playlists on my Spotify that
Mm-hmm.
that kind of instantaneously lift my vibration and my energy. If I put on a certain song, like Nat, I think I've talked about this
Right.
on another episode of the podcast. Natalie Cole's "This Will Be." Do you know that song?
Ooh, I
It's like it
don't
goes.
know that
It's
song,
like
I
this
think.
will. Oh, what I can't even sing today. This will be an everlasting love. The moment that I
Oh yeah, yeah.
okay,
Sure.
so
I
the
do know
moment
that.
that I hear the dun da 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 from the piano playing, I'm instantly lifted. Like even talking to you right now, and I'm already like high off of this conversation. But even thinking about
Wow.
that song, it just gets me like, yeah, it's like it's gonna be okay.
Yes.
So for our,
Okay, I like that.
yeah, so for our listeners, maybe your favorite song or uplifting song can be something that pulls you out of a dark place. What's your go-to
Yeah.
fave?
Okay, that is a good question. I mean, in general, I really like uh, funk music and
Okay.
I mean R&B and funk, and that is something that in general makes me, just real hyped up, I guess. But at the same time, I mean, there are some songs that I just feel, they're perfect in the same way that heal me even if they don't maybe lift me up in that sense, just don't make me super hyped up, but maybe just heal me for how beautiful they are and how a great interpretation. There is a song that I mean it's gonna sound silly because I can't really remember the name of the song, but it's a song from George Clinton, in the Parliament with
Okay. Come through,
that
George Clinton. Yeah.
yes, and there's this song that is. I am. Can I be honest with you? I am scrolling my Spotify playlist because I really want to find that name of that song right
Scroll.
now.
We'll wait.
Because there must.
What are the lyrics to it? You don't want to give it away.
No, I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to
Okay.
give it
All right.
away.
Don't give it away. Don't give it away. You look for it, and while you're looking for it, I'm going to play our listeners one of your jams.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay.
Babe, you're always dancing. It wouldn't be a bad thing, but I don't get no loving, and that's no lie. We've spent the night in Frisco, and every kind of thing is cold. From that night, I've kissed my love goodbye. Don't blame it on the sunshine, blame it on the moonlight. Don't blame it on a good time, just blame it on a boogie. Blame it on the sunshine, blame it on the moonlight. Don't blame it on a good time, just blame it on a boogie. That nasty boogie bugs me, somehow it has drugged me. Spellbound rhythm gets me off my feet. I've changed my life completely. I've seen the lightning leave me. My baby just can't take her eyes off me. Don't blame it on the sunshine, blame it on the moonlight. Don't blame it on a good time, just blame it on a boogie. Don't blame it on the sunshine, don't blame it on the moonlight. Don't blame it on a good time, so you can blame it on a boogie. Now go, yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Andre. I'm
find
so glad I found it. Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What is it called?
Don't blame it.
It's actually fun. It's called Mathematics of Love. So it's just
Mathematics of who?
Mathematics of Love.
Mathematics of love. How apropos.
Yeah. it's actually featuring Kim Burrell.
Okay.
the singer, and yeah, it just I can play for you if you want. It's just so funny that I
Yeah,
didn't remember that it was.
give me a little bit.
Okay, wait, let me find the. Yeah.
Oh man, that sounds wonderful. And that's Parliament Funkadelic?
Yeah, it's actually. Wait a second. What is the album that it is in? I think. Oh, the name of the album is George Clinton and his Gangsters of Love.
And the Gangsters of Love?
Yes.
Okay, that is a
Yeah.
gang that I want to be in.
Yes, man. All the day.
Now
Yeah.
every gang needs to have a mission. And so what is your life's
Right.
mission? Like what are you about right now?
Okay. Well, mainly, I want to, honestly, if I have to be really honest with you, I really want to spread, the love for music. Cause there is another song, there is a second song in my EP, that is called Sound. And, for me, it's exactly like an ode to sound, to music. And I'm writing, of course, in my interpretation of the song, about how, yeah, music is so important for us humans, and that is also the reason why I wanted to get into teaching, and
Mm.
I'm doing that in my, in part time in some private schools around here in Queens, New York, and. And yeah, I really believe that it's something really very, very important for everybody, whether you want to be a professional or you want to do something else in your life. Learning how to sing, for example, just gives you so much, just makes you understand yourself, like your body, so much more. So yeah, probably, even though, it's not like I am doing, I don't know, I don't have a specific mission, that I think of every day. But if I should think of something right now, I would definitely choose that as my mission.
I never looked so deep inside my wishes. Somehow you knew we're meant to be. I wrote of love, but never felt the fire. A taste of you, so deeply intoxicating, must have gotten me by surprise. With such a great disguise, I got lost into your eyes. You're the ocean raging wild that brought me back to life. Diving underwater once again.
It sounds like a great mission. Now, on that mission, as we're concluding this interview, like
Hmm.
you said, in addition to your teaching, do you have any upcoming shows, or like where can people find out about your upcoming work?
Of course. Well, most of all, you can just be in touch on Facebook or Instagram if you search for Flying Robin Project. So Robin, of
Flying
course, is my
Robin.
name. Yes, Flying Robin, because I that was my nickname when I was little, when I started playing. So so Flying Robin Project is the name also of my band. So if you look for that either on Facebook, on Instagram, or you can find my website, which is flyingrovingproject.com. There are all the shows posted and et cetera, et cetera. I have a gig in the city every Thursday. There is this wine bar, which is another thing I love, of course.
Wine?
Wine.
Okay.
Why not?
Yes.
I mean, moderately.
Yeah.
But yeah, of course. And I play there every Thursday, so from 8 to 10. So if anybody wants to come out to check out, the name of the place is Stanford Hotel, and it's on 32nd and Broadway. And there's a lounge on the first floor of this hotel and in Koreatown, and we play there every Thursday. Or I'm not. I don't have any upcoming gigs with my band with Flying Robin Project lately in the next few weeks, but there will be more coming soon. So definitely, if you guys want, stay in touch on my website or social medias.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to check you out on a Thursday night. I've been looking for a chill space with wine in order to enjoy some music. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
That's good. That's good. All right. So I conclude all of my episodes with some fill in the blanks these days. And so fill in the following blanks. Joy is.
Joy is fulfillment. Is it acceptable as an answer?
Of course, it's your answer.
Okay, yeah, it's like joy is when you feel full, when you feel, filled up by something. I don't know.
Freedom is.
I don't know. Acceptance is the first thing that comes to mind.
Acceptance. Freedom is acceptance. Well, let me tell you something. And I'm sure I can speak on behalf of our listeners, I fully accept what you're putting down, Robin Grasso. And I'm so grateful for you being on the show this week.
Thank you, Andre. It was my pleasure, and thanks for everybody who was listening.
All right. Talk soon.
All right. See you soon.
If you enjoyed today's podcast, I want to invite you to like, share, comment, and tweet about this episode. Your comments help me to make this podcast the best that it can be and continue to share the love. Don't forget to pass this episode on to someone that you may know that might need an extra pick-me-up as well. Also, feel free to visit lovecityarts.org. We've got more episodes, monthly giveaways, upcoming in-person events, uplifting blogs, and a book club on the way. Love City exists to uplift artists, the ones that love them, and the inner creative genius in us all. Thanks so much for listening, and stay tuned for another uplifting episode from the Love City Arts Podcast.